and welcome back to the Cannabis Sommelier. I'm your host, Andrew Freedman. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Cannabis and Craft Beer Pairings. Today, I have a wonderful German beer that started one of our favorite celebrations of beer and a phenomenal strain that I'm super excited to pair with it. So let's dive right in the beer and start talking about it. Today, I have Konig Ludwig Weissbier or Hefeweizen. This is a Helles beer, so a German pale lager. And pretty interesting brew, actually. So Konig Ludwig, before he was king, Konig, had to marry a princess. So they actually invented this brew for their marriage. I believe that was 1810, and that was the celebration of the very first Oktoberfest and where it started. So a Hefeweizen, unfiltered, big, frothy, pillowy head, looks absolutely delicious, and the beer of royals, I believe, is their slogan. Bier von Königlicher Hoyt. So wonderful. I love the cap on it. Very slick cap, lots of detail. First appearance, unfiltered, cloudy, a little bit ambery orange, and the head dissipated very quickly. You can smell a bit of that malt, a bit of that, very German yeast. Smells very much like a German pale lager. There's a bit of these clove notes and maybe a mix of kind of five spice, I guess. There's also a little bit of green apple and maybe a bit of banana as well. On the palate, not much surprising about this Weissbier, this Hefeweizen. Very smooth, not very much residual sugar, medium body, a little bit of banana, very nice malty characteristics. Can't taste the yeast at all. Little bit of citrus characteristic, but we have to remember this beer is brewed under German purity law, so only a few things are allowed. I believe they actually listed on the back: water, wheat, malt, barley malt, hop extract, yeast. That's it. Wonderful beer, fit for a king. Today, the strain I've decided to pair with it is from Kind Selections, and it's Sour Tangie. Sour Tangie is from DNA Genetics, Sour Diesel, Tangerine Dream. One of those Tangie is a recreation of Tangerine Dream, but all from DNA Genetics. This is one of those great DNA Genetics strains. And I chose this because, the classic thing to put on the side of your Weissbier, of your Hefeweizen, is a slice of orange. So I thought, hey, sour tangerine, that would probably go really well. Nice, chunky, little bit of visible terp sauce, but it looks like collected sand in maybe a darker amber color. On the nose, quite fragrant of those orange blossom, honey blossom, maybe honeycomb, beeswax. Slight bit of gassiness, but it's definitely that orange blossom, honeycomb-esque smell, aroma that I'm getting the most. Wonderful. Let's smell. I'm going to stir it up a little bit before I dig in and smell it again, just to open up those aromas. There we go, much more orange, and it's also very fresh once I cracked into it. The freshness of almost cutting into like a green bell pepper. It ramps up a lot of the seductive cereal notes in the beer. It makes it smell much more like kids' breakfast cereal. I don't know how else to explain it, like Cheerios or Frosted Flakes. Quite delicious. From the beer to the extract, it makes the extract smell very fresh, and again, that green bell pepper note that I noted, like you freshly sliced into it and you're getting those esters released right from the green bell pepper. Delicious. And that little bit of orange blossom and honeycomb behind it, but definitely that freshness is highlighted. Quite delicious. Let's try them on the palate. It's what we love to do. Perfect. I have my niche tube and my D-nail set at 540. A lot of that freshness is really what I'm connecting with. Taste of that freshly split bell pepper is something that I just can't leave my mind. Maybe as well as tomato leaf, that orange blossom, that honeycomb. From nose to palate, this is very, very similar. Strong, delicious, very pleasurable in all of my senses. It's making my mouth water. Nice sourness. Feels like an orange, like the perception of if I had bit a very sour orange is how the feeling in everything is going. And with the beer, smooths it out, gives it a little bit more perceived body, adds some of these orange and kind of green flavors to it. It really is like you added an orange to the beer. Maybe not a big fresh slice of orange, maybe it was a 2 or 3 day old orange at the bar, but it worked very well. I really, really enjoyed this. I'm thinking about a pretzel with mustard. That would be just phenomenal right now. Or, some sausage, mustard again. I'm thinking about mustard with my Hefeweizen, with my Weissbier. It'll stand up to that acidity. Have some Sour Tangie with it, and you'll really enjoy the night. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next week, cheers!